Saints Row 1, developed by Volition and published by THQ as a part of the Saints Row series, it was released on August the 29th, 2006 in North America, exclusively for the Xbox 360. There are a total of 6 titles in the Saints Row series, including Saints Row 1 of course, Saints Row 2, Saints Row the 3rd, Saints Row 4, Saints Row Gat Out of Hell, and the most recent one, the Saints Row reboot, which I don't count as a real Saints Row game, bro. Like, you literally couldn't pay me to play that game. But anyways, with that being said, we can now make our way to Stillwater. But before we start, I want y'all boys to make sure that all hands and feet are inside the ride at all times. Also, put your favorite part of the video as a timestamp in the comment section. But without further ado, we can finally dive into the world of Saints Row 1. As soon as you start the game, you're instantly thrown into a character creation screen where you can create any type of character that you want. Unfortunately, you can't make a girl character yet because that wasn't a feature until the second installment in the series. I decided to create an Asian character because I've never played as one before. After creating your character, you are then thrown into the very first cutscene of the game where your character witnesses a fight that turns into a shootout between the major gangs within Stillwater.
Hey baby, I can show you a good time.
Man, fuck the Rollerz.
LeVar, you gonna let those bitches disrespect us?
Shit, what you think?
It's in this cutscene where you're first introduced to the major gangs of Stillwater, which are the Vice Kings, the Rollerz, the Carnales, and finally the Saints, where you meet Julius and Troy who save you from getting head tapped by a Vice Kings member, where Julius makes you an offer to join the Saints as the player makes his way to the church where he ends up getting canonized.
Every motherfucker here knows what we need to do. Now those bitches be riding around here thinking they own these streets. I don't care what flags they flying. Rollerz, Carnales, Vice Kings. No one's making this nigga scared to walk the road. We about to lock this shit down right now.
Fuck yeah. Who the fuck's this guy?
Troy and I found him. We're gonna see if he'll ride with us.
Julius, if he wants to run with the Saints, he gotta be canonized.
Hey, he's right, Julius. Everyone had to do it.
You ready for this, player?
As you see in the gameplay, I put hands and feet on my fellow Saints members. Now, depending on whether you won or lost, there are 2 different cutscenes.
That's enough.
Come on, get on your feet. We all went through that.
Blood in, blood out.
You earned your colors today.
That's some impressive shit. The only other Saint who kicked ass like that was Johnny.
Shit took me half the time.
Regardless if you win or lose, you still end up becoming an official member of the Saints. After this, Troy then takes you to Friendly Fire, where you buy your first gun to go on a skit to kill some Vice King members who think they can take vacation on the Saints block.
You don't mess around, do you?
After wiping out all the Vice Kings off the block, you then make a visit to Forgive and Forget to remove Vice King's notoriety, and then you drop Trey off at Freckle Bitches because he's jonesing for a fun bag. Julius then hits your line to tell you that the hats that you just caught somehow have gotten around and that the Saints need to get their rep up.
Good word, player. Word has gotten out that the Saints ain't bullshit. Now we gotta lock our rep down.
The game then requires you to play the activity Snatch, where you meet Will, who pays you to rescue hoes that were captured by abusive pimps and rival gang members. There's only a total of 2 levels that you have to do, as this only serves as a sample of Snatch, so completing this activity won't take that long. Now you have to complete a Carnales stronghold where you break into an old liquor store and wipe out all the Carnales in the store. But for some reason in my gameplay, I couldn't kick the door down, so I had to skip straight past that and go straight to killing the lieutenant. As you can see, I hawked the lieutenant down and I offed him on the beach. After this, Julius then calls your phone to tell you that it's time to reclaim Saints Row.
Swoop by the church and scoop us. It's time to finish this shit.
Then the player links up with Julius and Troy gets the drop on a Turf Wars party that we weren't invited to. So we pull up and we crash the party, and we have a bang out with all the other rival gangs in the city. We kill everybody, the police pulls up, and then we have to duck off and lose the cops before we can pull up back to the church, as we have now reclaimed Saints Row. Julius brings the Saints together to talk about wiping out the 3 major gangs in the city so they can hold the row. And in order to do so, he gives each of his lieutenants a certain task.
Dex, you got the Carnales. Ever since they hooked up with the Colombians, it's like they own this town. And with that drug money rolling in, we can't compete. Be smart how you move against them. The Lopez family been running that gang for 30 years. There's a reason they're still around.
Got it.
This is Dex. He's the brains of the group. He's the type of person that will strategically think and plan things out instead of pulling a Johnny. You'll understand what I mean by that later. Dex is voiced by professional b-boy, writer, and MC Jeffrey Allen Quyon, also known as JQ and Jack.
Troy, you dealing with the Vice Kings.
Not a chance.
Fuck you say?
Anyone but them.
This is Troy. He's kind of a shady dude, he asks a lot of questions, and he might be a cop. He's voiced by actor and comedian Michael Rappaport.
You scared of going against Benjamin King?
Man, fuck that. I'll take King out.
Johnny, it's not that simple.
Bullets still kill motherfuckers, right? Doesn't get much simpler than that.
Meet Johnny Gat, the complete opposite of Dex and Troy. He's basically a shoot first and ask questions later type of guy. He also likes catching bodies for fun. He's voiced by actor, director, and producer Daniel Day Kim. It's proven that people like King Von and Bloodhound Lil Jeff looked up to him, but you ain't hear that from me though.
Keep an eye on your boy.
I don't need a fucking babysitter, Julius.
Keep an eye on your boy.
Who's got the rollers?
I do.
Lynn?
The fuck you wearing blue for?
I asked Lynn to hook up with the Rollers. We don't know much about these fuckers, so I wanted one of us on the inside.
I didn't think the Rollers pimped hoes.
Any other comments?
Next you got Lynn, the self-proclaimed best racer to ever come out of Chinatown. She's voiced by actress, singer, and producer Tia Carrere.
Yeah, when you punch, don't throw your shoulders so much.
Shut up, Johnny.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Once we're done here, go talk to one of these guys. They'll have something for you to do. It's our time now. Let's get this shit started.
Finally, you got Julius, who's obviously the leader, and he's the founder of the Saints. He's voiced by actor Keith David. Now that we finished with the prologue, we can finally play the main story missions. But before we do that, we need to grind activities for some respect. I've already completed every single activity, so I'm just going to explain the respect system, all the activities, and how they work. So the respect system serves as a way to play the story missions. Without respect, you can't play story missions. There are a total of 10 activities. Each activity has a total of 8 levels to complete, where you gain respect and earn unlockables from. These activities include demolition derby, drug trafficking, escort, hijacking, insurance fraud, snatch, and mayhem, which in my opinion are the best ones. For beating these activities, you unlock stuff like a health regeneration boost, a pimp cane, and an RPG. Then you got the worst activities: racing, hitman, and chop shop. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I got racing and chop shop neck and neck. Racing is just straight AIDS, and chop shop is just boring. It's not even worth your time. The only activity that's worth it is hitman, because you unlock a one-shot at gold-plated GD HC50, a platinum T3K Urban, a platinum AS12 Riot, and a platinum RPG. And as for Chop Shop, you unlock some mid cars and 50% off of all vehicle repairs. Another way you can earn respect is by tagging, which is annoying at first, but when you get used to it, it becomes easy. There are a total of 75 tags, and completing all 75 unlocks Infinite Sprint, which is a must-have for this game. There's also CD collecting, which doesn't give you any respect, but you can unlock music tracks that can be added to the audio player. Now that we got the respect system and the activity section out the way, we can finally focus on the games of Stillwater. Like I said before, there are 3 major games in the city, and the game that I chose to go after first are the Rollers. Now, since we don't know much about the Rollers, we got Lynn going undercover to get intel on how the game operates, as she has a short interaction with 2 members. After the interaction, our player walks up and she tells him she doesn't know much about the Rollers, and the only thing she's heard about is a shipment of cars that she wants us to steal before its delivery so we can use them to load them up with something special. So I'll pull up on the truck cab, kill all the Rollers protecting it, steal the truck, and deliver it to the drop-off point. Later that day, we meet up with Lynn at a nightclub where she reveals that the cars that we just stole have been loaded with explosives, and they'll blow up once they reach a high enough temperature. She then tells us about a race in Chinatown where she orders us to give the racers a tough competition so they can use their nitrous in order for them to explode. Troy pulls up on us, and on the way to the race, he voices his opinion about Lynn going undercover.
I don't like the idea of Lynn going undercover. You roll with people long enough, and pretty soon you start thinking like them.
After the race starts, Troy has us pull up next to the Rollers so he can rage bait them into using their nitrous.
Hey, get me next to that fucker. Come on, you could do better than that. You never had a chance.
With all the drivers blown up, Lynn hits our line asking to link up at a tea house in Chinatown because she's found a way to get in deeper with the Rollers. During the meetup, Lynn tells us that she's heard about a guy named Joseph Price who apparently calls the shots for the Rollers, and that he's also friends with a known mechanic named Donnie, who she orders us to air out his mechanic shop so she can swoop in and save the day without messing up her car. So I pull up the Donnie shop, I clean house, and I kill everybody in there, and then I chase Donnie until he runs outside.
you scratched my hood.
Look,
Motherfucker.
Who are you?
I'm Lynn. And you're welcome.
Lynn saves Donnie, and as I follow him on the way back, you won't believe what happened, bro. She literally got stuck on a fence. How do you get stuck on a fence, bro? Like, I don't understand. You supposed to be the best driver and you getting stuck on a fence, bro?
I'm the best racer that ever came out of Chinatown.
Bullshit.
But with all the BS aside, I follow him all the way to the suburbs district and purposely let him get away. A few moments later, Lynn calls and tells our player that she's at a house meeting with the higher ups of the Rollerz and suggests that we pull up and listen on what's being said. In the meeting, Donnie introduces Lynn to Price and Mr. Sharp, who's the leader of the Rollerz.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. This is...
I'm Lynn.
She totally saved my ass, Mr. Sharp. She's a hell of a driver.
I'm the best racer that ever came out of Chinatown.
How come I've never heard of you?
'Cause I got tits.
Is that what you call those? Suppose I deserved that.
Yeah, you did.
My nephew has a unique sense of humor.
That was supposed to be funny?
Oh, I thought it was until you hit me in the face.
Yeah, then it was hilarious.
Joseph, you better hurry. You don't want to miss your meeting.
Sorry, I gotta take off. Lynn, it was nice meeting you. I'll catch you later, Donnie.
So we're finally hitting that convoy, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about, Donnie.
Well, sure, you...
I don't know what you're talking about, Donnie.
Oh, right. Just sit tight. Price should be back soon.
As stimulating as this conversation is, I'm afraid I need to make some calls. If you'd excuse me.
Thanks to Donnie's mouth, we're able to interrupt their convoy and ruin what they had planned. On the third convoy, the Rollerz beat me there, so I had to hop out the whip and let that chopper loose. Back at the mansion, Price and Mr. Sharp are discussing what just happened and how all the trucks got away when they find out that the Saints were the ones who were behind the failed convoys. Donnie then once again slips up and mentions overseas buyers who need parts, but before he can continue, Mr. Sharp shuts him up. Donnie then tells Mr. Sharp that him and Lynn can come up with a plan to get the missing parts that they need. In the next cutscene, Donnie tells Price and Mr. Sharp that him and Lynn have come up with a plan to get back the lost parts, but Mr. Sharp is unimpressed as he makes a sarcastic comment about him thinking outside the box. Because Donnie can't keep his mouth shut, we once again interrupt and stop the Rollerz plans by stopping them from hijacking the cars that they need and destroying them right after. Back at the mansion, Price and Mr. Sharp are trying to figure out how they keep getting fried by the Saints when they come to the conclusion that Lynn has been the one that's been snaking them out the whole time.
Fuck!
That was productive.
That's the second time the Saints fucked us!
3 times, if you count the attack on the garage. Quite a coincidence.
What do you mean?
Well, let's think. The same 4 people knew about those jobs. If I didn't sell us out, and you didn't sell us out, who else is there?
Donnie? Donnie may not like it when things get messy, but there's no way he'd turn on me.
Which brings us to...
Lynn.
Bravo.
This is gonna be a bitch to explain to Donnie.
Luckily, you're not going to.
What do you mean?
Please, you're too attached to the boy. I'll handle this.
I don't give a shit what you do to Lynn, but you better not hurt Donnie.
Of course, Joseph. I'll keep that in mind.
Going back to the church, we run into Julius where he tells our player that Lynn's been saying that we've been doing a good job taking care of the Rollerz. But before we can continue conversating, Lynn calls our phone.
Meet me at the pool hall. The Rollerz are getting into something big.
Don't let me hold you up. You know how the lady hates to be kept waiting.
Good girl.
Go fuck yourself.
Temper, little girl. Look at you. All tied up pretty as a present. I think it's time to unwrap you.
So I pull up to the pool hall just to find out that it was an ambush. But that ain't mean nothing because I cleared out the whole scene and eventually made my way to saving Lynn.
Sounds like the cops are coming, Mr. Sharp.
Let's take our guests for a ride, shall we?
Hey, I think we stopped moving. You listening? You even alive? Say something. Ow! I'll take that as a yes. Where the fuck's my lighter?
What are you doing driving Lynn's ride, Mr. Sharp?
I'm glad you could make it, Donnie. There's something I want you to see.
Stay calm. We're gonna get out of this.
Lynn?
Donnie, listen to me! I swear to God!
Lynn!
Take a deep breath and count to 10, Donnie.
Count to 10? You just shot my girl!
Yes, it's tragic. Could you give me a hand here?
Why did you...
Lynn was working with the Saints. Now, would you give me a hand? This car is heavy.
Donnie, where are you going?
Children.
Stay calm. We're gonna get out of this. I think I found my lighter. Did you hear that asshole, Donnie? He said I was his girl.
Our player escapes, but Lynn is nowhere to be found, which I still find confusing to this day, because if our player escaped, Lynn should have escaped with him. Maybe Lynn sacrificed herself, but nobody truly knows. I just wish we got a more in-depth explanation on how our player escaped, but she didn't. But besides that point, we immediately get our get back for Lynn's death by chasing Mr. Sharp and killing him before he can make it back home. Back at the church, Lynn has been confirmed dead by Julius, as he states that her body was found floating in a river.
Johnny's gonna take it pretty hard when he finds out. You can bet your ass that he's gonna be calling for blood.
Listen up, people. We're done dicking around with the Saints. These streets were ours before those bitches from the row showed up. And when they stepped, what did we do? They fucked up our rates and we just took it. They fucked up our deliveries and we just took it. And now they killed my uncle, and who knows what the fuck they did to Donnie. Now I'm only gonna say this once. We're not gonna sit here and fucking take it.
Hell no. Yeah.
Let them up, boys. We're burning Saints Row to the ground.
Troy then gets a heads up that Price is sending every single roller that he can find to Saints Row. So me and Julius get on the highway with Julius behind the wheel and me taking out every Rollerz member I see until we eventually catch up to Price.
We're coming up on Price. Let's take that motherfucker out. Nigga, you should buckle your seatbelt. Just the same, one getting away ain't bad. Let's get out of here, player. We'll deal with Price once you get patched up.
Later that day, Julius calls our phone to tell us that we need to stop by Mr. Sharp's mansion to steal Price's car. So I pull up and I pull out my platinum TTK Urban and I nuke the whole house. I steal Price's car keys and then I steal his car and make my way to Forgive and Forget so I can remove all Rollerz notoriety. And a few seconds after, Price hits my line telling me to pull up to the dealership so we can finish this.
Meet me at the car dealership if you think you got the balls. We're ending this tonight.
We pull up to the dealership and Price tries to run us over with his truck, but our player jumps out the way. We go after him, destroy all the cars off his truck, and destroy his truck cab, ultimately taking out Price for good.
That was a hell of an explosion. You okay, player?
I got ran over by a motherfucking truck. What do you think?
Oh, quit being a bitch. We didn't fuck the Rollerz hard. They ain't got nothing left. There are a few loose ends, though. Like, who the fuck those buyers are Sharp was talking about?
Fun fact, the buyers that Julius are asking about are the Ronin from Saints Row 2.
I got a feeling some shit going on we don't know about. I'll catch you later at the church.
Now that the Rollerz hood is officially defunct, we can move on to the next gang, which are the Vice Kings. As a start to the Vice Kings story, we have a conversation with Gat as he gives a backstory on the Vice Kings. But before he can go any further, his girlfriend Aisha calls him and informs him that one of her sisters was kidnapped. With this being the 6th girl this month, Gat suspects that the Vice Kings are the one behind the kidnapping. And he tells our player that the kidnapper was driving a yellow sedan and to tell them wherever they go to get the girls back. So I follow the kidnapper until they eventually get to their destination as we're introduced to one of the funniest cutscenes in the game.
Shit, tell these motherfuckers all trying to bring in their motherfucking woman. Bitch, get out the motherfucking car now. I'm not fucking playing. Break yourself, bitch. Break yourself. Yeah.
I kick the door down, rush in the warehouse, kill all the Vice Kings, and make my way to the room where the girls have been trapped. But they tell me that the guy with the keys went to TNA, so I head over to TNA, kill the pimp with the keys, grab him, and head back to the warehouse to release the girls. We shoot our way out, and I take them back to the church. With Aisha's sisters now safe, she meets up with Gat, and we get to see them have a little argument.
Always the same shit with you.
Here we go again.
What did you want me to do? Did you expect me not to take my shot?
No, I expected you to remember where you came from.
Oh, fuck you, Johnny.
Fuck me? Fuck you! You're the one who ran off to be famous. The only time you remember who we are is when you want something.
My sister was kidnapped.
And I brought her back, didn't I?
No, he did.
Bullshit! I told him to do it. No offense.
Look, if you're gonna help me, help me. But don't you dare try to hold it over me.
Fine.
Fine.
Fine!
After they make up, it's revealed that Aisha's an R&B singer and that she's locked under Death Row Records, and that once you get signed, you can't get out. You get ripped off left and right and get extorted to stay signed. Aisha wants out of the label, and the only way is according to Johnny's plan, which is by faking her death.
Now check it out. Ish has a recording session in a few minutes. That's when we make her disappear and give the Vice Kings a nice fuck you while we're at it. I want you to take Aisha to her session, but on the way, stop at the chop shop to have your ride loaded up with some C4. Park the car at the studio and get the hell out of there. Ish, make sure someone sees you before you jump out.
Johnny, I really appreciate it.
Whatever. I was gonna blow that place up anyway.
We make our way to Samson to plant the bomb, and on the way out, we run into one of Aisha's stalkers.
Aisha, why haven't you called me back?
Oh God, him again?
As you can see in the footage, I wasted no time getting them going, and with the stalker out of the way, we arrived to Kingdom Come Records building where Aisha faced her death.
Running a little late today?
Hey now, you gotta look good to sound good.
Want me to let him know you're in?
Would you do that for me?
She's here, Mr. Williams.
Then link up with Johnny and Aisha where they're having dinner, and Aisha complains about Johnny not taking her to Mykonos. Our player walks up and Johnny tells him that he's found out that Tanya's been getting passed around like a middle school staircase blunt, and that by putting the hurt on Tanya, we pull apart the Vice Kings. As he mentions one of Tanya's prostitute operations in Prawn Court, he orders us to swoop in and kill everybody, leaving no witnesses. But before I do that, I take out a couple Vice King patrols and then make my way to the brothel where I kill the assigned offenders. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this mission is fun, but it's freaky. As you see, I kicked the door down on this Vice King that was about to get into something freaky. After successfully taking out the brothel, we're brought to a meeting between Benjamin King and his two lieutenants, Warren Williams and Big Tony, where they're discussing the studio incident with Aisha's death, but King brushes this off as he has some contractors who owe him that can take care of the building. King then asks about Tanya, and Tony tells him that the grip is short.
I'm not happy, Anthony. You said she could handle it.
It's not her fault, Mr. King. The Saints have been fucking with her.
That's what I'm talking about. Are you gonna let these bitches disrespect us?
Everybody calm the fuck down. We ain't gonna start a war every time some motherfuckers act hard.
We gotta talk about the Saints.
Thank you.
Hey, baby. They've taken Prawn Court.
How did this happen?
How the fuck you think it happened? Look, we need to get together here and just...
What we need is for you to shut the fuck up. You feel me?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, Mr. King.
I'll have Monroe put some pressure on the Saints. While they're distracted, it should be easy to take back what's ours. Everything else is business as usual. Understood? Now, this meeting is over.
Now, there was no cap in King's rap when he said he was gonna have Chief Monroe put pressure on the Saints, because Gat hits my line and tells you that the cops are leaning hard on the Saints and that the Kings are trying to take back the brothel and we need to back up the Saints, which was no problem to me because I quickly made work of the Vice Kings lieutenants, as this only serves as an introduction to the pushback system. After stopping the Vice Kings from taking back Prawn Court, Johnny calls me back and says that Troy got a tip that Tanya's been setting up shop in the old Sunnyvale police station and that Julius gave him the green light and he wants us to stop by when we get a chance. So I meet Johnny back at the church and we see him having a hard time deciding what gun he wants to take on the skit that we about to go on.
This is always the hardest part for me, you know? Balancing stopping power with personal enjoyment. Ooh, yeah, I'm feeling this. It ain't gonna be easy clearing all those VKs out of the station, so I told my crew to meet us there. Let's ride.
So we pull up to the abandoned police station and I hop out the car, wiping out all the Vice Kings standing outside. We make our way in, and as you can see, I was going crazy killing all the Vice Kings until Gat and I eventually caught up to Tanya.
How about you drop the gun, honey?
If I were you, I'd listen to the lady.
Well, of course you would, you being her bitch.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Hey, no reason to be hostile.
You packing anything else?
Just some rubbers. I was hoping I could get some of William's sloppy seconds. Guess I hit a nerve.
Do yourself a favor, stay down and shut the fuck up. You 3rd Street motherfuckers think you so smart. Well, check this out. We ain't impressed. Hell, the only reason you got as far as you did was cause King let you. We led you right to where we wanted you, and now the police gonna finish your ass for good, just the way we planned.
Well, that explains how your bitch lost Prawn Court.
Are you gonna let him talk about me like that?
Don't worry, baby, I got this.
Yeah, Tanya, shut the fuck up.
I thought I told you to be quiet.
I got shitty hearing.
Now you got a shitty leg.
So do you.
Go now!
Baby, we better call King.
With Johnny now captured and our player getting ghosts, Julius calls us and tells us to get off the streets because the cops are working for the Kings. So we make it back to the church, and on the Vice King side of the situation, Big Tony calls Benjamin Keene and let him know that they've captured Johnny Gat, but Warren ain't too satisfied with the news as he continues to worry about our player who's still roaming free in the streets.
So what do we do now?
We wait.
Oh, hold on, dog. That motherfucker's still out there. The fuck you mean we wait?
I mean, you're gonna sit your black ass down and wait cause I fucking said so. Don't worry about the one that got away. The 5-0 will take care of him.
Oh, so while you lounging, Troy Street keeps jacking us. That's great. That's fucking brilliant.
Slow up, little nigga.
Come on, King. This is some bullshit. Let me get a crew together. I could roll into the row and drop all them bitches. I'm telling you.
No.
But Mr. King...
I said no. Don't make me say it a 3rd time. Warren, my man, you got the music scene locked down. I need you to bring in the cheddar, not get shot because you think you got something to prove.
I can do this.
Maybe, but we ain't gonna find out. We got the cops busting up 3rd Street for us, and we got Julius Lieutenant tied up in Anthony's condo. Everything's going our way right now, so just chill. Your time gonna come, Warren. It just ain't happening now. Understood?
Yeah, we straight.
Back at the church, Julius and Dex inform us that they've came up with a plan to rescue Johnny, as Julius tells us that Tanya gets driven to the construction site in a limo and sneaks off with Warren before going back to Tony. And he orders us to deal with Tanya's chauffeur and drive her back to Tony's place, and once we get there, the rest is up to us.
Hello, Miss Winters.
Is Warren here?
He's in the back.
Keep the car running. Knowing Warren, I should be back shortly.
I killed Tanya's chauffeur, hop in a limo, and pick Tanya up at the recording studio, which I don't know how she didn't see me because the door is literally wide open. Like, you're looking right at me, bro. You're looking right at me, bro. But after she gets in the limo, she has us escort her to the clothes store and the Friendly Fire to pick up something for Tony. And while she's inside Friendly Fire, Julius calls and tells us that some of Troy's crew didn't hear the plan and decided to hit Tanya while she was in our limo. So we successfully lose Troy's crew, and after we lose his crew, we drop Tanya off at Anthony's condo, and our player lets Tanya walk up the stairs, and he sneaks up behind her as he channels his inner Chris Brown.
Don't you fuck
That got knocked the fuck out.
With Tanya slumped and us inside the condo, we can now take out Big Tony. Before I can do that, I take out a couple of his bodyguards before I eventually get Big Tony up out of here.
Hey, not to be pushy or nothing, but how about you get me out of this fucking chair? About fucking time you got here. Where's Green? That's much better. I heard Green say that he's got some heavy shit in the back. I'll have some of our boys roll on over and bring the hardware back to the crib.
Now with Johnny rescued, him and Dex discuss their next moves for the Vice Kings, and Gat tries to tell Dex about a plan he had, but Dex disapproves of it as Johnny's last one almost got him the Woods treatment for Black Ops 2. All jokes aside, Dex comes up with a much better plan that hurts the Vice Kings and puts Johnny at minimum risk.
How much murdering do I get to do?
None.
Your plan blows.
Hear me out, all right? King's obviously got something going on with the police. I'll figure that shit out. In the meantime, I want you two to go out and cause some havoc. If we can turn the public's eye to the Kings, then the police won't have a choice but to come down on them.
Okay, so we go and do some damage. How did the VKs get blamed?
Put these on.
I'm yellow enough as it is, Dex.
Just put the damn shirt on.
Fine. Get dressed. We got a little piece to disturb.
He has us dress up as Vice Kings and cause havoc around the city while being recorded by news vans, which has a significant impact on the Vice Kings' relationship with the police, as the last objective has us knock down Alderman Hughes' statue, ultimately framing the Vice Kings for the destruction that we just caused. And that same destruction leads to a confrontation phone call between Alderman Hughes and Benjamin King, with King dismissing the events that just occurred as he tries to assure Alderman Hughes that the Saints were the ones who were behind it, and that they were being framed. We see Warren chimping out again.
Great. Now we got your crack-ass friends tripping. Like I said, fucking with City Hall is a waste of time.
Wrong. Working with them is what gives us power.
Yo, fuck that. This is what gives us power.
Now get the fuck out of my office.
We once again link up with Dex and Gat comes up with a plan that can kill the relationship between the cops and the Vice Kings.
Don't worry, Dex. I have something more subtle in mind.
Johnny, you can't be serious.
Fuck yeah, I am.
Where did you get those?
Anthony's condo. He had a big mouth.
This isn't gonna end well.
Don't listen to the old woman. I'll drive to where the cops are picking up protection money. You make them cease and desist with one of Tony's noisemakers. If we make sure the only cops we hit are the ones working for King, people gonna start asking questions, and the cops are gonna have no choice but to come down on the VKs to save face. Let's do this.
Johnny's plan involves us interrupting a couple meetings between the cops and the Vice Kings to where we head to Forgive and Forget, to remove all notoriety and send our final FU to Warren.
I think the Kings are through with the policeman's balls. Now all we got left to do is give Warren a nice final fuck you, and I'd say this has been a hell of a day.
Over at King's office, he's on the phone getting chewed out by Alderman Hughes, but before they can continue their conversation, Warren and Tanya walk in and confront King about him supposedly putting himself before the crew.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Who said you could come in here?
We need to talk.
Do we now?
You've been putting yourself before the crew.
Keep talking, little nigga.
If you hadn't wasted our time sticking your nose up them white boys' asses, we could have owned the whole damn game by now.
I told you before, we ain't getting into that shit.
And why the fuck not? That's where the money is. Man, if you got down with that shit back in the day, the Carnales would have been ghosts right now. But you didn't, did you? You were too much of a pussy then, and you're too much of a pussy now. Fuck!
You forgot who you talking to. My name is Benjamin motherfucking King. I'm the man who took my crew from being a bunch of baby gangsters in Sunnyvale to being one of the most influential and feared forces in the goddamn city. You know how I did that? I said, you know how I did that?
Mr. King?
I did it by knowing when it was time to build, when it was time to watch, and when it was time to act. I'm through carrying your punk ass. If I were you, I'd drop them damn flags and get the fuck out of here before I erase your ass.
I ain't going nowhere.
You ain't hearing me, son. I said...
Yo, fuck that. You ain't hearing me.
What is this?
I built, I watched, and now I'm acting.
Back at the church, Johnny leaves a letter stating that he's taking a day off to spend time with Aisha, and while in the middle of reading, Julius storms in and tells us that King's in trouble, and his own gang is trying to send him up, and that we gotta save him.
Listen carefully, player. Benjamin King just called. It seems like one of his boys got a big head and tried to take him out. He's pinned down in the park right now and needs some help. Now, what happens to King may not mean shit to you, but him and me, we got history. I owe King from way back in the day, and he ain't gonna eat it if I can help it. You're gonna go out there and save his ass. Understand? I ain't fucking around, player. You bring King back here safe, you feel me?
So I pull up to the location Julius sent me, kill a couple Vice Kings, and make my way to rescue King. After rescuing King, we kill some reinforcements before we went into Warren and get him up out of there and make our way back to the church.
Hey, baby.
The fuck you standing around for? Give me a fucking hand! Little nigga, huh? I so care who the little nigga is. This motherfucker ass is mine. Hey, yo, Tanya! What's going on?
You're a bright boy. I'm sure you can figure it out.
Bitch, you better not miss, cause if...
Thanks for the advice.
Back at the church, we discuss another plan for putting a permanent end to the Vice Kings, with King included. And King's plan is to kill Tanya and get Ghost, but Julius disapproves of this.
What?
I said no. You alive, we straight. But the Vice Kings, they're through.
Then kill me. Quit wasting my goddamn time.
Well, you got a choice. You can keep your fucking pride and die right now. Or you can be a man and walk away.
When did you get the balls, Jules?
What's it gonna be?
I ain't walking away.
Fair enough. Johnny?
I ain't walking away until I deal with Tanya.
My nigga. Johnny, put the damn gun down. Now, you understand this ain't just about Tanya, right? We finishing the whole crew.
Yeah, I know.
So let's get to it. Plan?
I know where all them fools hang. All we gotta do is roll up there, get their attention, then lead them to the cops. They'll take care of the rest.
All right, player. You gonna be Mr. King's wheel man.
You ready for this, son? Let's go.
Good to have you back, Benjamin.
On the way to the Vice King's hideout, King reveals key information about Julius's background.
So does Julius ever talk about growing up in Sunnyvale? What? You thought he was from the road? The problem with bearing the past is that you forget about it. You know what I'm saying? I bet Julius gave you the whole "I don't care what flags are flying" speech, didn't he? I wrote that shit years ago, and the motherfucker still hadn't forgotten it. You're easy to talk to, you know that? I don't gotta worry about you interrupting me or any of that bullshit. That was Warren's problem. That motherfucker never knew when to shut up and just listen. You know that even if you wipe out the Vice Kings, it ain't gonna be over, right? There's always someone looking to take what you have. Some punk wants to make a name for himself. Some girl you fucked and never called back. The fact is, once you're in the game, the only way you're getting out is if you're dead or in jail.
We go to each Vice King's hideout and bait them to chase after us and lead them to a police ambush and let the cops handle them. We do this 3 times at 3 different locations until all the Kings are dealt with, but we still have one less loose end to cut off, which is Tanya.
I've been chatting with King, and it looks like Tanya's takeover didn't sit well with everybody. The Vice Kings are fighting amongst themselves. Now's the time to take them out for good. King said he was gonna come along. I hope he hasn't gone soft.
And don't ever worry about me, baby boy, because I'm gonna handle mine.
All I'm saying is that since you got here, you've been nothing but talk.
I've smoked dozens of fools before. I ain't adding to the count unless I have to.
Oh, that's just fucking great.
I said don't worry about it.
I don't want you bitching out when you see your crew.
Ain't my crew, son. That's why I'm here, remember? So how about you put your dick away, pick up your gun, and try to keep your knee away from the bullets.
Oh, you heard the cocky son of a bitch. Let's roll.
Before we can get to Tanya, we head to Impressions to interrogate her fashion consultant Stefan because he knows the elevator code to the penthouse. So we drive the car around as King dangles Stefan outside while I drive at extremely high speeds until Stefan comes up off that elevator code. We arrive at the penthouse and I go crazy, killing every VK in sight. As you see, this dude somehow lets me knife him after I had to reload my gun.
Where now?
The penthouse.
I'm gonna skull fuck that bitch.
Hope you don't mind hepatitis.
What?
Now that we're at the top of the penthouse, we take out the remaining Vice Kings and women shooters until we eventually make our way to Tanya.
Some guys just never get enough of me.
I've had more than my fill, bitch.
It's over, girl. You're not gonna be able to fuck your way out of this one.
That's cute, sweetie. That's just precious. Please. Please don't.
Oh, Tanya. Do yourself a favor and die with some dignity.
sucks for your car. We better get out of here. The cops will be here soon. You coming, King?
All right, let's go.
Hey, I know what you told Julius and all, but why don't you stick around and roll with us? I'm sure he wouldn't mind having you around.
Don't bet on that.
You think you could find a way back to the row on your own? Aisha, you know. The pussy calls.
You did good in this, son. Here, I don't think I'll be needing these anymore.
Now that the Vice Kings are extinct, we can move on to the next and final gang, which are the Los Carnales.
It's not the Los Carnales. Jesus.
My bad, fam. But starting with the Carnales storyline, we meet up with Dex inside the church as he gives a brief backstory on the Carnales and how they came about. He reveals that they were the first organized gang in the city and were running things before Benjamin King came along. He also mentions that they're ran by the Lopez brothers, but tells us the only person we should be worried about is Victor, their enforcer, who survived a dozen Vice King drive-bys. In addition to the Carnales being backed by the largest drug cartel in the world, he advises that we take a safer approach instead of pulling a Johnny by cutting off their income first and then going for Hector. So I pull up to the drug labs, take care of all the Carnales, and destroy all their lab equipment. Now that the drug labs have been destroyed, we link up with Dex and Troy as they discuss the next move on the Carnales.
Aight, I got a lead on where the Los Carnales cut all their shit.
The Carnales.
What?
Rio Grande River. Jesus.
What the fuck?
It's not the Los Carnales, it's just the Carnales. Los means... Fuck it. Like I was saying, we're not gonna raid the factory quite yet.
Why not?
Cause I'm not a gun-toting psychopath named Johnny Gat.
Fair enough, so what's the plan?
One of my boys called and said they saw a truck with a heavy LC escort leaving the factory district. It's probably loaded with drugs, but that's just a bonus. Our target is the truck itself. I need it brought back to the row in one piece. It's no good to us blown to shit.
What do you need the truck for?
Let's just get the truck first, and then I'll tell you the rest of the plan.
I'm just saying it would be nice to know.
Shit, Troy, what's with all the questions? Why can't you be like my man over here?
Look, Dex.
Could you go get that truck? See? Was that so hard?
We arrive to the location of the truck and I protect Troy while he hotwires it. After Troy finishes hotwiring the truck, I escort him back to the row, which absolutely makes no sense, or it would have been better if I was inside the actual truck as well. We're then brought to a round table meeting with the higher ups of the Carnales, where we see how they operate.
Shipments didn't arrive, and I want to make sure no one's skimming off the top.
No problem.
Angelo, you promised we go shopping tonight.
Ah, shit. Mira, Hector. Hey, I told Luz I'd take her downtown. Can Victor take care of...
Is Victor sitting at the table, Angelo?
Yes.
So if I wanted Victor to handle it, I could have asked him, right?
Luz, we'll go out tomorrow.
But Angelo...
Coño, Luz, cállate la boca, ¿ok? No me oíste.
Gracias.
You should be nicer to the lady.
Oye, Ángelo, métete la verga en su boca. Eso la callará.
Vete al carajo.
Mira, Luz, come on, mama. Don't be so sensitive.
I'll be inside.
Señorita, a moment. If Angelo is busy, I can take you out tonight.
Mr. Orejuela, I couldn't.
Nonsense. It would be my pleasure. Unless you have a problem with me entertaining the lady.
No, of course not.
Good. I'll see you at 8. That's a lot of woman you got there, Angelo.
I know.
I always thought she was a bitch. Hold on. Sí. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué? ¿Pero qué pasó?
What is it?
Coño, ese cabrón hijo de puta! That didn't sound encouraging.
Everything is fine.
Of course it is. If you would excuse me, I'm going to check on the señorita.
Ese viejo sucio maricón, yo le mato si le toca Luz.
Angelo, you are my brother and I love you. But if you let your dick fuck things up with the Colombians, I'm gonna cut it off.
Forgive me, Hector.
Don't let it happen again.
¿Y qué fue eso?
Those pendejos in St. Row are the ones who took the shipment. With the Colombians arriving, we can't show any weakness.
The Colombians are already here.
All the more reason to settle this now. Victor, Angelo, gather your men together. It's time to tear Saints Row apart.
Back at the church, Dex tells our player that Samson has the truck ready until one of the Saints walks in, let him to know that they've been ambushed by the Carnales.
We got a problem, Dex.
What's going on?
The Los Carnales are attacking.
It's not the Los Carnales. Jesus, what's wrong with you?
Dex, they attacking the row.
What happened?
Angelo and his boys came out of nowhere. They fucked us up pretty hard, but it finally looked like we had Angelo pinned down.
Hola, mi amigo.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Gracias, Víctor. De nada. Let's get back to Hector. Sí, pero primero vamos a golpear a Freckle Bitches.
Cool. I'm buying.
So they left.
Angelo and Victor did, but there was a lot of LC still out there.
All right, let's split up. The road's a big place. We gotta make sure we smoke all those motherfuckers.
Since the Goofies put on an embarrassing performance for the Saints, we gotta play defense on the Carnales trying to evade the road. As you see me bouncing off front lines on them by myself. And I gotta tell y'all, bro, this gotta be one of the funnest missions out of the whole Los Carnales section, bro. This is definitely like a top 3, if not top 3, top 5. But with the road now cleared, we link up with Troy and he asks our player why Dex needed a truck, and Dex shows up to explain his reason for needing it.
If you wanted to know, all you had to do was ask.
I did.
Well, I guess you did. Ain't that a bitch? Now that we have things in the row under control, we can get back to the plan. I had that truck you jacked fixed up good as new. Load it up with a crew and drive right into the Carnales production plant. When you get inside, hop out and take the place over.
It's not exactly the most original plan.
There's something to be said about the classics. Remember what I said. Take the place over, don't blow it to hell. The more shit you blow up, the more shit we have to replace once we're running it.
We hop in the truck, load it up with a couple Saints members, and make our way to the Carnales drug factory.
Surprise, motherfucker! Hello, bitches!
Third Street!
The Saints and I bounce off the truck, and we have an all-out bang-out with the Carnales, successfully raiding and destroying one of their drug factories. This is another top-tier Carnales mission. Definitely a top 3. Shifting the focus back to the Carnales, we're brought to a meeting with Orahella and Hector, where it's shown Orahella has been keeping his ear to the streets as he informs Hector on a rumor that one of his drug labs was shut down. Hector dismisses his statement and says that the drug lab problem was taken care of. Orahella then asks about the Saints and brings up Hector's father, claiming that he would have killed all the Saints by now. And this is where we begin to see the cracks within the game.
Hey, don't you walk away from me, puta!
Ay, Angelo, ¿qué te pasa? Es tan grande que pueda ser mi padre, mijo.
Mira, mujer, you listen to me. Enough!
Yo estoy intentando trabajar aquí. O se comportan o salgan de mi casa ya.
You're right. Looks like everything is under control, Hector. We'll talk about this more when the others arrive.
Going back to the Saints, Dex, Troy, and our player are all inside friendly fire, where we get introduced to the McManus sniper rifle as Dex gives us the rundown on what we're gonna do with it.
Tight job on that lab, dog. We found a memo saying that Hector's meeting with the Colombians tonight. With the amount of firepower that's gonna be there, just showing up and rushing them would be suicide. Take McManus here and get to the docks. Find a nice tall building and wait. When Hector makes his move with the Colombians, take your shot.
When it all goes down, the first place the Carnales is gonna look is right at the Colombians. They're gonna think they got fucked bad, all right? So you should have no problem sneaking out in the confusion.
Just the same, I'd get the fuck out of there. Who knows what could happen?
We make our way to the docks, find a vantage point to get a good look on the deal, wait for Hector to show up, and take him out once we have a good visual, including all the surrounding enemies. The aftermath of this leads to a bus where the cops show up, arresting some of the Carnales and seizing a good amount of their drugs.
That was a hell of a tip.
No kidding. With the amount of shit we confiscated, we could have put Lopez away for the rest of his life.
It don't matter. He got taken care of anyway.
What do you mean?
Monroe's just happy Lopez is dead. As far as he's concerned, this case is closed. Hell, if he found the guy who did this, he'd probably send him a fruit basket.
Hello. Hey, Victor. Mira, I'm in the middle of something. What? What? Victor, listen to me very carefully. I don't give a fuck about the drugs. I don't give a fuck about Oruela.
What about Manuel?
Mira, mujer, cállate el hocico. Who did this to my brother?
What about Hector?
Luz, por favor. Okay, you're right. You deal with the Saints, I'll handle the Colombians. If Manuel is behind this, yo le voy a señalar a él porque la familia López somos los más fuertes.
Back at the church, we meet up with Dex and Troy, where Troy mentions that killing Orejuela will cripple the Carnales for good. But Dex disagrees with Troy's plan and says that killing Orejuela will backfire on us and suggests that we figure out what his game plan is first and decide what to do next. On the way to meet Orejuela, Dex suggests to let him do all the talking because he wouldn't want us to mess things up with the Colombians, not considering the fact that we don't talk. We arrive at the strip club, but as soon as we get there, we run into Victor, who was already waiting for us, so we book it back to the church. We make it back to the church, and we see Julius grilling Dex for trying to meet up with the Colombians without his permission.
Julius, you put me in charge of the Los Carnales. Shit, now you got me saying it.
Dex, do your job. Don't think you're bigger than you are. When it comes to the Colombians, you call me. Understand?
Yeah.
All right. Now that that's settled.
Now we gotta defend the Carnales from the church. And when I tell you this mission is action-packed, this mission is action-packed. In the midst of the bang out, Victor pulls up and we get him going with the quickness.
What?
Angelo, what are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
It looks like you're running off to get killed.
Yo no le tengo miedo a Orejuela.
Ay, come on. You don't think Manuel is responsible.
Are you protecting him? You want to be with
kill-
him? Nunca me hable así otra vez.
But Victor turned into a pack and the Carnales slowly falling apart. Back at the church, Dex mentions that Julius just got back from a sit down with Orejuela and that they came into an interesting agreement where the Colombians will be willing to work with us if we get back all the drugs that the cops seized.
Get the drugs back from the cops? How the fuck are we gonna do that?
We're taking out the police station.
Are you out of your fucking mind? They'd lock the place down before you get anywhere.
It's Julius's plan. He called it, we have to go with it.
No, we don't. If you load a car up with some explosives, you could blow a hole right into the evidence locker and never have to fire a shot.
That might lower the body count.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, let's do it.
We arrive at the police station, blow a hole in the wall, and let the Saints out so they can run in there and take back the drugs. While the Saints are inside the station doing their thing, we gotta defend the truck by fighting off incoming cops, which was no struggle for me because I was giving these cops the work. We successfully defend the truck and make our way back to the garage to deliver it. After retrieving the seized drugs from the cops, Julius, Dex, and our player all meet up with Orejuela to discuss future business plans with one another.
Lo sabía! You'll die for what you did to my brother!
I wonder if he means us or Manuel.
Wait! I know where he'll go. That's where Angelo lives with his woman. Consider this payment for your act of good faith. When you go over there, I'd appreciate it if you didn't kill the señorita. We'll be in touch.
Since we got the drop to Angelo's mansion, I link up with Dex at the church, and on the way to Angelo's mansion, Dex seems a little nervous about the action that we about to get into.
All right, the mansion's coming up. I got your back. Just make sure I don't get killed, okay? Hey, I'd really appreciate it if you make sure I don't get dead.
I don't know why Dex was so nervous because we walked in their trap and we took over their trap, killing every single Carnales member we came across until we ran into Angelo.
Shit! Don't just stand there. Get in, motherfucker.
We follow Angelo while I keep the Carnales off of us until we eventually catch up to him.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Don't worry about it. He ain't got too many places he can go. We'll find him.
Back at the road, Dex pulls up on us and lets us know that one of Troy's crew saw Angelo driving to the airport and that we need to stop him before he can get Ghost.
Luz, mamita, where are you? Well, evidently you are talking to me. Chacho, Luz, mira, I apologized, okay? Now get your ass to the airport. What do you mean, why? Have you seen the house? We gotta get out of town. It doesn't matter. Just pack some things and let's go. For God's sakes, just leave them. I don't give a fuck. They're shoes. Good. I'll be waiting for you. Bye-bye. Get the plane ready. She'll be here soon.
Angelo?
We're taking off. You and you. Let's go.
What about Luz?
Fuck her. So I kill all the RPG goons until we eventually make our way to Angelo, blowing up his plane, officially killing him, and taking the Carnales with him.
Johnny's gonna be jealous.
Oh my God.
What are you doing here?
I was supposed to leave with Angelo.
So what's in here? Guns? Money? Some uncut shit? Shoes?
Actually, they're this season's new.
Bullshit. That's last year's fall collection.
That's not true.
Just let it go, man. No reason to piss off Manuel. Let's get going.
So, what am I supposed to do now?
I don't fucking care.
I have no place to go.
C, answer A.
But you can't just leave me here.
Bitch, you're trying my patience.
Can you at least tell me where Manuel is?
I changed my mind. Shoot her. Good job, man. I'll tell Julius we're done here. Take Angelo's ride. I'll drive this back to your crib. You know what? I think Julius was right about you.
Now that every gang in the city is extinct, the Saints officially own Stillwater, and Julius hits online to tell us the good news as he promotes us to his second in command. But before we can continue our conversation, Julius gets pulled over by the police, and the scene ends with our player cocking back his gun, ready to lead the Saints alongside Julius. After this, we get a call from Chief Monroe informing us that he's got Julius in custody, and if we want him back, we gotta complete a hit for him. So I pull up on Marshall Winslow's bus, I get rid of the cops that are escorting him, hop in a bus, and parking on the train tracks as I watch it get obliterated by the train. We make our way back to the church where Dex and Gat are waiting for us as Chief Monroe calls to send another message.
Nice work, but I don't think I can let Julius go until you do a little more community service. We'll be in touch.
Looks like we wait.
Why? So we can let this jagoff jerk us around? Fuck that!
And what would you rather do?
You know exactly what I'd like to do.
Johnny, we're not blowing up City Hall.
Hey, I'm just saying, it would solve a lot of problems.
What if they're keeping Julius there?
All right, but there's gotta be a better plan than let's be Monroe's bitches.
You're right, there is. Marshall Winslow was a major public figure, and you can bet your ass that people would ask questions if the chief of police wasn't at his funeral. I say we hit Monroe during the funeral procession. That should show whoever he's working with that we're not fucking around.
You're saying we should assassinate the chief of police while he's at the funeral of the guy we just smashed?
Yeah.
Don't tease me, Dex.
Let's fucking do it.
So we make our way to where the funeral is taking place and wait for Monroe to pull up. But Dex doesn't know what exact car he's in, so we just blow up every car we see instead. After getting rid of Monroe, we head to Forgive and Forget to remove our wanted level. Right after this, we get a call from Alderman Hughes asking us to meet him at his yacht, make a deal with him and the Saints, letting it be known that Julius will be there.
Your guest is here, Mr. Yos.
Thanks, Stephen. If you don't mind, could you wait outside? I'm Richard Hughes. It is a pleasure to meet the man who handed me the election. No need to be modest, I'm serious. There's no way I could have beaten Marshall Winslow. God rest his soul. But you made the impossible happen, and for that, I can't thank you enough. I mean, had Winslow been the only person killed, attention would have definitely been cast on me. But after that fireworks display you pulled at his funeral, it's become abundantly clear these horrible crimes were perpetrated by the 3rd Street Saints. While before people criticized my Saints Row urban renewal plan, it is now being lauded. See, until you came along, I was displacing poor people. Now, I'm destroying a hotbed of gang activity. What can I say? The public is fickle. Champagne. As you get older, you quickly learn that there are only two types of people in this world. Race, money, gender, none of this matters. At the end of the day, you're either a winner or a loser. Now, the sad truth about our situation is that in order for me to be a winner, I have to level your neighborhood and salt the earth. Hold on for a moment. Stephen, could you come in here? Where was I? Oh yes, salting the earth. Now, I suppose I could try to pay you off, but really, what's the point? You just say no. Or in your case, stand there looking intimidating, and we'd be right back to where we started. So I figured I'd cut the middleman and get right to the point.
Yo, can you speed this shit up? I want to go to Freckle Bitches.
You're going to die here, son. Make no mistake about that. But if it makes it any easier on you, I'll be sure to thank you in my acceptance speech. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a party to...
And that's the official ending, the Saints Row 1, which is one of the most unexpected endings in video game history. And the thing is, that's not even the original ending.
And be like, what do you mean? Like in the script, it says that he's running down an alleyway, broken and bloody, like he just escaped capture, and he's running for his life. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, he's supposed to be like scared. Like, what happened? And so, but then they changed it in the final cinematics. It's him like, yep. Blow that shit up. And so like, oh man, I guess Julius is guilty. And what ended up happening was it was in the mocap shoot. They had the animatic, it was in T-pose, and it was Julius was in T-pose, and they had him sliding down a road. And so the guys at the shoot were like, well, fuck, dude, we don't want to go and have to capture. We don't want to capture this guy like running. What's the pain in the ass? We'll just have him standing there looking at his watch instead in T-pose. And so they did that. And it totally changed the whole franchise. We're like, oh, holy fuck. Like,
now that I think about it, I realized that them changing the ending led to one of the greatest open world games of all time, which is Saints Row 2. But with that being said, I hope y'all boys really enjoyed this video, as I went through much pain and suffering trying to get this uploaded for y'all. If y'all like to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. But with that being said, I hope y'all boys enjoyed this once again. And I'm out.